With the release of the Blue-Eyes structure deck, Blue-Eyes is now more affordable than ever, even after its many reprints. But have you ever wondered what the most expensive version of Blue-Eyes is? While there have already been some QCR printings of cards like Spirit Dragon and Bingo Machine, the structure deck offers a chance to pull some of the newest cards at a QCR rarity, which go for over 100 each right now. So, how much could the most expensive Blue-Eyes deck cost? Using the same list from my Blue-Eyes deck profile, with the exception of replacing number 38 with Magia and the Bystials for the Chaos Dragons, I found the most expensive copy of every card you see on this deck list. Not surprisingly, the Blue-Eyes video game promo and the new QCRs of Maiden, Wishes, and Ultimate were some of the most expensive variants, while some of the less reprinted cards like True Light and the new super rares were among the cheapest. Magia and Chaos Emperor were also some of the more expensive cards, with Magia ranging over $1,000 and the super rare championship version of Emperor costing around $800. I didn't use the ultra rare promo version because it's listed as 50,000 on TCG Player, which is a little too high of an estimate for me to feel comfortable with. So that being said, the main deck totaled around $4,900, while the extra deck totaled around $1,700, giving the total deck a cost of around $6,600 without a side deck. If your side deck included just other hand traps like Nibiru or staples like Lightning Storm, then you could add another $1,700 to the deck, giving you a total cost of about $8,300. But this is Yu-Gi-Oh!, so obviously it can get more expensive. What if the deck was made entirely of slabbed PSA 10 cards? Well, we would get a very different total and very different cards we'd be using. Instead of using the video game Blue-Eyes promo, we would use 3 PSA 10 LOB Blue-Eyes, or instead of using a QCR Nibiru, we'd use a PSA 10 Ultimate Rare one. But not every card changes sets. Some cards are simply worth exponentially more if they're from the same set, but graded as PSA 10. The QCRs from the new structure deck jump from about $130 to over $900 each, with Maiden clocking in at $1,200 per copy. Cards that were maybe worth $10 like Burst Stream or even $1 like Ultimate Fusion exponentially grow to $390 and $43 respectively. Not surprisingly, Magia almost doubles to $2,400, and just like every other copy of Crimson Dragon, the PSA 10 QCR version spiked in price, hitting over $335. Since the most expensive card of the deck now is Harpy's Feather Duster at a whopping $19,000 for the PSA 10 Tournament Pack 8 printing, I feel more comfortable using the $50,000 estimate for the ultra rare Chaos Emperor Dragon, so I'll include a calculation at the end for if we used that card instead of the PSA 8 super rare printing. That being said, the new total if we include PSA cards is a whopping $39,500 for the main deck, $4,800 for the extra deck, and $25,400 for the side deck, giving us a total cost of $69,700 for the entire deck. If we switch out the Chaos Emperor Dragons, then the deck would cost upwards of $118,000 for everything. I don't know about you, but I'll be sticking to 3 copies of the Blue-Eyes structure deck. If you want to see the full deck list for both budget and non-budget players, make sure to check out my video here. Also, if you don't have a copy of Crimson Dragon and the supporting synchros already, you may be a little bit out of luck since they've gone up to almost $30 a copy. But don't worry, if you're interested in building the deck without them, make sure to check out my video here where I build the Blue-Eyes deck with only 3 copies of the structure deck and none of those other $30 cards. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe.